Alrighty. So we're at part 2 of the day. Man. Someone's by my favorite bench, so I can't sit there. And I gotta stand. Man, I cannot emphasize the need to have a place to just do something. But alas, I'm stuck standing and pretending that I am talking on the phone while a lot of people drive past me. And, well, at least they think they're driving past me. Well, they know they're driving past me. What they don't know is that I'm just talking on the phone. I'm not talking on the phone. I'm podcasting. Oh my god. Okay. So, let's consider what we should be talking about today. This afternoon. Oh my god, there's too many people. I'm gonna have to move. I didn't want the rustling of me moving around to influence this, but guess what? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move around because I don't want to look at people as I do this. Maybe my spot is free. I don't know. Let's talk about YouTube. YouTube is cool. Oh, my spot's free. Yes. I'll never take it for granted again. My spot. Let's talk about the YouTube. YouTube's a great place. We can talk about some of the channels that I really have been tuned into lately, or the fact that I haven't been using the subscribed section of my YouTube app, or when I used to use it on the desktop, because I think I've been using YouTube since before I got a smartphone. I'm one of the old guys. Let's take a look. What these days I don't use the subscribe section of my YouTube. No. Not often. It's usually it can't compete with the homepage of YouTube, which that algorithm is just suggesting left and right what I should be watching next. It is so good at it and finding me just interesting videos, sometimes new channels, a lot of times new videos from channels that I like, and then going back to maybe a video I couldn't have scrolled to, but what I found interesting. It's amazing how good it is at predicting that, but it's kind of sad to see me not using the subscribe section anymore as much. But I've subscribed to so many channels, because if I see a upcoming YouTuber, someone who's obviously putting a lot of effort in, but I'm not in love with all their content, I still subscribe. So I guess it's partly my own fault, but the idea is that if you want to support those kinds of people, so you're giving them a sub, and that sub number goes up, and they like that. I think that something that I'd like to think about when it comes to YouTube is several things. And the main thing being review channels. Let's talk about review channels for a second. So, I also want to discuss how these review channels don't get copyright strikes for putting clips of pretty major films in their reviews. But not everybody does. But those Honest Trailer guys, they're not movie review people, but I think the screen junkies, they're such junkies, they're junking around. They do reviews as well, because that channel is not just on Honest Trailers. It has junkies. Ooh, yeah, screen junkies. Okay. So those guys never got copyright strikes, but they use so much. Anyway, that's interesting to me. But let's talk about movie review channels. I want to talk about my 3 favorite movie review channels: Jahns, Chris Stuckmann, and the least popular one on YouTube, Mark Kermode. The channel's Kermode and Mayo. But let's go through all of them. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about movie reviewing on YouTube and why I like it so much. There was a huge hole for me when it came to movie reviews when Ebert passed away and he stopped, or maybe when he stopped doing those reviews at all. Huge fan of watching old clips of Siskel and Ebert talk about movies. I love to hear people just talk about movies, even though I almost only ever agreed with Siskel, and I almost never agreed with Ebert in the video, in their show, and when I would read the reviews. But I don't think reviews are for agreeing or disagreeing. That doesn't determine their value. What makes them great is that if you're like a lonely person who sees movies alone and has no one to talk to about the movie, you have a guy, gal, person, human, who is going and reviewing the movie, and they break down, they talk about the plot a little bit, they react to it, and you see if you can sympathize with them or not, if you agree with them. But you have just shared an experience, and now someone's breaking it down, talking about it, and thought about how they felt about it deeply. Had time to. Their job is to think about it deeply. That's nice. To have a job where to think deeply about what you're consuming. That'd be cool. It'd be cool. Imagine someone getting paid to just be talking about stuff they like, stuff they may not like. I mean, a lot of times I have to see a lot of bad movies, as well too. But cool job. So I really like. I like to. A lot of times I watch movie reviews after seeing a movie, and Jahns, Chris Stuckmann, and Kermode Mayo are my 3 places to really listen to those reviews. For some reason, the Kermode Mayo show doesn't have many subscribers. I mean, I could look it up now, but they do not have nearly the number. But I'm pretty sure they have 200,000 subscribers, and Stuckmann is at 1.5 million. and so is Jeremy Jahns. I mean, it's funny because Mark Kermode is an excellent movie critic, and their YouTube channel's pretty good. He's incredibly funny. He has great thoughts about the art of movie reviewing and how and usually the movie reviews are pretty funny because it's him and the guy who hosts the radio show, who is not like a movie Mr. Expert, and Mark is a very movie expert man, and they go back and forth, and he gets Simon Mayo makes fun of Kermode, interrupts him, and sometimes it's a little like, oh, do you have to annoy him right there? And then other times just like, oh, that's really funny, and it gives you a unique perspective. You have somebody who's kind of like a movie layman, and the other one who's like, the expert, and so you get to hear both sides of it if both of them have seen it. Very popular radio show in the UK. I thought he was the UK's most popular movie reviewer. I could be wrong about that. I don't live there. I live in the US, and we don't have people on the radio review movies. We have no rock station is what we have in New York City, so that's great. Classic rock doesn't count. Anyway, so that's a great movie channel. He's very, very educated man, very interesting to listen to. I like his perspective on things. A lot of times I don't agree with him, similar to Ebert. But reviews popular films, a lot of independent films that I've not gotten the chance to see. Don't know when I'll make the time to see, but he gives a lot of attention to that. He does his own awards ceremony every year to people who think that the Oscars missed, and he gets pretty popular, movie directors and actors on his show. So I don't understand why it hasn't really kicked off on YouTube, but I think that it's good that two people born of YouTube are the most popular movie reviewers on YouTube. I think it's great because they're both really good at what they do, and they incorporate video games, which is interesting. Once in a while, they're like video games once in a while, TV shows once in a while. I don't know does Stuckmann do TV shows once in a while? I don't know, but Jahns does. But they're movie reviewers with a little bit of variety in there, and that's nice because, I'm sure that they want to talk about I'm sorry, there's a squirrel next to me, so I'm moving away to another bench because it's scaring me, and it's very close. Oh man, we'll have to continue this conversation about movie reviewers later because I'm about to be picked up.